Hi guys, it's Amy from Superior Science, and in case you couldn't tell by that introduction, today's video is going to be about flowers. If you've either got some flowers around your neighborhood or if your mom has some that she can spare from her garden, then go ahead and grab those so we can look a little bit further into what makes up a flower and why it has its various components. So just like us, plants need various nutrients and water in order to survive. One distinguishing difference between us and plants is that plants are able to create their own food, and they do this through a process known as photosynthesis. Look at the word photosynthesis, we can break it down as the word photo, meaning light, and the word synthesis, to come together. So photosynthesis is the process of plants creating their own food through using the energy of the sun. Specifically, plants use carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water in order to produce glucose, which is also known as sugar, as well as oxygen.
Which means plants are essential for all living things, even including us.
Plants are able to absorb water and nutrients through their roots in the soil, as well as obtain carbon dioxide in their leaves. Their leaves also possess a unique component called chloroplasts. And chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, which is what makes them this green color, but also able to absorb the sun's energy. Not only are plants essential because they provide us with oxygen, they're also a source of food for many insects and animals. If we look at flowers specifically, they play a key role in the pollination process. Believe it or not, a single flower has both male and female part, but we're going to go over the parts of the flower during our dissection. Pollination is the process that allows plants to reproduce. Pollen acts as the main ingredient in the pollination process. In some cases, wind or rain transfers pollen between different plants, but in other cases, we need pollinators such as bees, birds, in order to deliver the pollen between different plants. But not all pollinators are attracted to the same type of flower. Bees are more attracted to brightly colored flowers, whereas beetles are more attracted to dull type flowers. Time to get outside, look for some flowers that you have permission to grab. Look for some pollinators. If you see some, you'll probably see many around. Yes, let's go grab our flower that we're gonna go dissect and look a little bit further.
Alright, so for our dissection, we're going to need some scissors, tweezers, if you have it. We're going to have some pens and a pink and blue marker, and we're going to choose these colors in order to distinguish the female and male parts of our flower. Then some pieces of paper you have lying around, or if you want to make it an art project, you grab some canvas, a magnifying glass if you have it, and our flower. We're just going to start off by labeling the parts that we went over in the video, which is the leaf and the stem. And remember that the leaf is important in order for photosynthesis as it contains chloroplasts and chlorophyll. Next part we're going to label is the stem, and this is essential for transporting water, which the plant uptakes through its roots. And now we're going to look at our flower. We're going to start by grabbing our scissors and cutting down one of the petals. Depending on what kind of flower you have, the petals might just fall off themselves if you pull on it, but mine needed a slit. So I just cut a slit so we can open the flower, and there is the parts that we are going to be looking at.
So if we take a closer look at our flower, it might be hard to see, but this green part right here that looks a little different than all these yellow pieces is actually our female part of the plant, and this is called the pistil. So if we want to label it, this part right here is our pistil, and then the male part of the plant, the part that contains the pollen, is the one you see with these little yellow guys, and this is called the stamen. We can use our colors just to help us remember that this is the male part. and this is the female part. And both are required in order to make many more plants so they can reproduce. So we talked about pollinators earlier. So if we take our pollinator, like this little bee, to explain it in a bit more detail, our pollinator comes along and picks up little pieces of the pollen. And then in order to make a new flower, it delivers it to another flower and contacts the female part of the plant, this green part that we talked about, in order to pollinate. You can grab your tweezers and pick apart this part right here, which is our pistil. And then you can grab this part right here, which is our stamen.
All right, and that is the parts of our flower. I hope you guys learned something new today. Now you can go out and explore, look for different types of flowers and pollinators. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.